Okay, go ahead. Last one I didn't hear, sorry.
We said we didn't hear you say, hello, my name is Caleb again.
Hello, my name is Caleb the Gay.
Okay, Nijan Cat. All right, go ahead.
Hey, Aunt, what was your role in the first world? My role in the first world was the secret of shooting evil and was to be powerful. What world were you from? I was from the black world, where there were insects, black ants, wasp people, and bee people.
Okay.
What is the meaning of your name? It means one who emits an odor. How did you look like? I am dark colored with thick lips and dark protruding eyes.
Coyote, what did you steal? I stole the water monster baby. Why? I don't know, because I felt like it. But it was important to the third world. I know it was important to the third world, and I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Nijan. Very good, Cat.
Thank you, Cat.
3 people right there. All right, let's go now to another one. Let me turn this back. All right, here we go. Stop. And let's go to another one. Okay, let's go. So I'm just thinking that was part of 4. All right, so Kaylin, you said something. Let me check and see what you said. Oh, let's test you out, Kaylin. Say something, see if your mic is on.
Through the roof now. I used to avoid having sex after a good date. I didn't want to embarrass myself if I couldn't perform.
Thanks for is it working?
Well, the radio was on.
Sure.
Is that radio?
Rex MD, I'm always ready.
Is it working?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you got something in the background that's coming through. A radio or something.
I don't have a radio on.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do some muting here. And then turn yours back on. Okay, turn. All right, I think so. All right, let me get yours. Let's see, where is it? Okay. All right, so. Go back to here. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm trying to find where it went to. Anybody? There. Oh, those are the questions. Can't find your PowerPoint here. Let's see. All right, so. Yeah, I can't find your PowerPoint.
I did share it with you.
All right, let's see. if you have it available, you might have to send it again. Okay, let me go down to where sometimes it shows up in a different place. And now, let's see, let's go here and see what happens. Mhm. Who's at nope. Okay, I'm still looking. Hmm. Mhm. I'm gonna try here. Okay, that might be it. Hmm. Let's see. Not finding it. Can you send it again? I can't find it.
Okay. Okay, so I pushed shared, so it should pop up on Google Drive, maybe.
Go Drive maybe. All right, let me check. Okay, let's see. Just connected. I think we got it. Okay. Megan, I got Megan's. Okay, let me try. I think I got it. I got it right here. There it is. There it is. Let's go to view.
Okay, so
Right.
mine is on when, okay, you can go ahead. Okay, so my question was, so why did the third world get destroyed? And what were the causes? The interviewee says, well, because the men and women began to fight against one another, and this feud also was the main cause why our beloved third world was destroyed. The interviewer says, I see. Well, what are you loving about the fourth world so far? I am glad that we had worked things out between one another, and together we grew plants, found food, and built our shelters. And the interviewer asks, what have you built so far? Interviewee has said, we have built two types of hogans. One is called the female hogan that is made of mud and logs. It's formed into a circle. Another hogan we have built that is called the male hogan that looks like a forked stick hogan that has the entrance face towards the east.
And
The interviewer says very interesting.
Okay. Very good, Najani. I'm just writing your name down so we can know that you got it. Najani. Okay. Let's see. Stop that. All right. So far, those are all the folks that I have. Let's see if I got some more people. Okay, got it. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and answer some questions here. Okay, first question is, if you're brand new here, I need to send this to you. This is our class PowerPoint that has all the lessons. So when you go here, first of all, text, put it in the chat, your email, so I can text send this to you. And when you're doing that, you're going to look at, this is kind of like one and everything you need for your class. So when you open it, you can just go right here, and the Zoom link will always be here. All you do is click it and you're in there. Okay, that's all. Very, very easy. If you have questions, you can email me. If you have more questions or can't get through the email, just call cell number. And we're here Monday and Tuesday. We'll be here tomorrow. We'll be here next Monday, and we'll go through this month, and then we'll start April and go through the month, Monday, Tuesday, all the way till April 26th. And in those, you'll have a couple of things. We'll always start with this 4 direction ideas. This is usually the student's assignment, right? Meaning almost like pre-assignment to your class. So the first one we did is called the origin story or the creation story, either one. Creation story, all you do is listen to what the creation story is all about. So this is from YouTube. If you want to listen to my presentation on the long walk, not long walk, the creation story, you go here and you click here and then you get YouTube. All you do is listen to the whole meeting that we had. But within that meeting, I have a presentation on the origin story, creation story. Third place that you can look for the third place that you can gain information is just Google it. Google Navajo creation story or Navajo origin story. And you can get ideas from there to do what we call activity 1. So here's when you get down to the blue idea, the blue section here, those are your kind of like what we're going to do. What is the goals? Okay, listen to the presentation that's up here. Help create, so you form a team, and then from the team you create activity 1. So if you're by yourself, you are the team. You have to come up with your PowerPoint. We suggest that you use the Google Slides because I think that's easier for us. And I'm using that here. Okay, if you have any more questions, just text me again. All righty, let's see. Cool. Let's do it. Copy that thing. And all right, so syllabus, Navajo Gov syllabus. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, so yeah, if you had computer problems, again, if you go to day 1, Tuesday, this is a class in day 2, all right, or Tuesday. So you're right on top. This is the recording. So right now we're doing a recording also. All right, let's go down to another one. All right, let's go. I got another person coming in. Okay, let's talk about another day. This is day 2, and then now we're going to day 3, day 4. So this is a Monday, 14th, right here. So tomorrow we'll put the presentation that was done today on here. So the next one, those that have done the presentation, the next one you'll be doing is this one that I'm showing you right now. So what you do is you listen to all the long walk video clips. They're about 5 minutes each. There are more than, let's see if I got that one. That's good. All right, so there's one. Yeah, this creation story. Okay, so we're here. So there's that long walk version. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 here. If you go to the next page, or the next long walk continues, you got part 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is about when the long walk, the presentation is kind of getting come to a close. If you do 9 and 10, you can do that as extra credit. You can just go ahead and email me and say, Mr. Long, I went ahead and listened to 9 and 10. 9 and 10 is after the long walk, things that happen after the long walk. So, but I don't expect that. The main one is all the way up to part 8. Okay, part 8. That's what we want you to do. Part 8. That will be your introduction to the long walk. You'll also do a little sheet along with this. I think this is it right here. Questions. Yeah, it says questions right here. So when you go to questions, you just open it up. And when you open it up, there's the video part 1, part 2, all the way to part 8 right here. Again, 9 and 10 is extra credit, so you don't. If you want to learn about boarding school, that'd be a good one too, 9 and 10. But you just get extra credit. Just email me and say I listened to part 9 and 10. But the end of probably somewhere around part 8, part 7, you'll be ending the long walk. But there's questions, right? So part 8 is talking about boarding school. So you can just use that as extra credit. Part 7, go ahead and let's say you're listening and you've got questions right here. You say, what predicted to the Navajos that they will be going home? But there's a prediction that was made by the Navajo people. What happened there? That's all. Just maybe a sentence or two. And then before you submit it to me, make sure you make a copy of this so that you can just put it right into your email and then send me the answers. Okay. All right. Because if you just answer right off right here, the next person is going to see your name and date. So make sure you copy first. Copy this document and start listening and questioning, answering the questions. All right. So anybody have any questions so far? Okay. Very good. So if you've done what I have for part right here, okay. If you've gone through and listened to the long walk video clips on your own or with your team, from there you get together and you do what we call long walk activity number 2. Activity number 2, your group will tell the story from the point of view. Point of view is you pick somebody is going on the long walk and also maybe return from the long walk. For example, maybe you want to take one of the video clips talks about Kit Carson. He's the one that rounded up all the Navajos. So maybe you want to do a story on Kit Carson. Your version, right? So you might say Kit Carson did this, but I'm going to add a version. So you might add your version of what Kit Carson did. Or a soldier, could be a soldier that drove the Navajos to Fort Sumner. Or you might be a scout, a youth scout that helped round up the Navajos. Or maybe you want to say, oh, you know what? It'd be cool to talk about grandma. And you might read some things about grandma. Maybe you heard stories about grandma that went on the long walk. But you can add more to than what happened there. Or a father, or a mother, or a grandfather, or it could be a brother or a sister. So you just choose somebody that went on a long walk, and you kind of build a story around that. We started at my brother and sister. We went on a long walk. My mother and father were captured several days ago, so they went, but we were captured the second day, and we went on a different group, and this is what happened to us, you know. So it's not like 6 o'clock news. It's more like a little story of what happened. All right, so let's see. If I go here, no, doesn't work. If I go here, let me give you an example here. All right, so let's see if this is a good one. So here's one. And this is an example, okay? So I give you a real good taste of what it's like to do this one. All right, so let's go ahead and do a view slideshow. All right, so a picture of me at Fort Sumner. All right, so this team made a decision to be a young lady going to Fort Sumner. It was a rainy day when the sheepdogs went crazy, barking and running towards the black clouds that were sweeping in. My mother yelled for us to come back to the Hogan where my family lived. My father ran out with his knife, and my uncle followed. So I ran from the herd of sheep, and I dove into my mother's red skirt. The baby hairs of my head of the hair blew rapidly as the wind picked up. My father was shot that day, and we screamed as the white man approached us. I remember the walk being so hot and dusty. I had nothing but a skirt to cover my face from the blazing sun. I was red all over my face and neck. My black hair made my head overheat, and my skin begged for the moisture of the sheep fat lotion. My lips were bleeding red from dehydration. I remember dreaming about spring back home. Oh, how I wanted to go back home. I talked about running away with my cousin. They all told me I was a fool for even planning on running away. They told me I would die out there, and the coyotes would feed off my dead body. The fort. When we arrived at the fort, they told us they were protecting us, but I didn't feel protected. I was hurt and angry, and I had little belongings left. we were taken from our sacred land and forced to leave. How is it that's protection? Many of our friends and family died along the walk. I didn't understand how someone could do this to us. We were starving and thirsty, and the white man did not treat us well. We were suffering from the effects of the long walk. We focused on surviving. Now that we were at the fort, we told ourselves to stay strong and stay together so that we could make it out alive. Home at last. We cried when we first learned that we were free. Little did we know that we were not free at all. When we walked back with our little belongings, my mother worried about what had become of our hogan and livestock. We must stay strong and build again, my mother beamed at to me. My father and my little sisters will never be forgotten. We will always fight that white man, the white man, not with our fists or tongue. We will fight them with knowledge, and perhaps one day we will regain all that we have lost. So that is a story right there. Okay. So a lot of you're going to glean from other stories that you've come up. So there's 1, 2, 3, all the way 6 slides that covered the story on this one. So this is probably the longest one that you would hear. But you're welcome to do something like this. All right. And maybe you want to do a point of view of a dog that might have gone on the long walk, or a horse, or maybe even the wagon speaking, I carried this many people or whatever. But you take that imagination going, right? Imagination going, and you make up that story. If you have a question, type it right into the chat right now. You have a question about this this one called Activity 2. Okay. I'm thinking everybody understood because there's no questions. I will continue to do presentations. So let's say you did, let's say Sakura did one for Activity 1. Maybe tonight she can put her story together, and by tomorrow she'll have another story called Activity 2, the long walk version. All right. So you guys have 2 activities to do. One, if you haven't seen the long walk videos, do so. And I think you can get it on your laptop or your cell phone, if you have a smart cell phone. And start forming your ideas about the long walk version. Think creatively. All right. I think this is it for today. Thanks for all those who presented. Najaniet. Now get those creative juices going, and let's see how many people we can have for presentations tomorrow. If you have any questions, even after this class, text me, email me, or even just call. Yeah. All right. No questions? Hagoshi. See you tomorrow about 4 o'clock. And let's go ahead and stop.